Hello, tubers of the U.
We're working on the C8 today. We're gonna work on dropping the front cradle still.
You have no idea what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I do. We're dropping this.
Make it happen. This. You need B-roll footage.
You really think that's not stripping the head?
You what?
Tastes like.
Well, you're not gonna reuse them. They just need to come out. So while those are see, there's glue right there.
Yeah.
And you have to take the glue, use a heat gun to remove the glue. It's a scrivet.
A scrivet.
That's what
he
it's called.
says.
It's a scrivet.
Here's a scrivet.
I call it a screwy rivet. A scrivet? A scrivet.
Throw it in the trash bin.
No, don't throw it in the trash bin. I can buy them from GM. So get those 4 out, and then anything related to this piece. I know they feel sketchy, but they'll come out. Sketch.
So you want me to get these front 4 out?
What's that?
These 4 that are facing the front out first?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what order, and then all the ones that come off that other piece.
Alrighty. Got these 4 out. 2 here and 2 there.
Alrighty.
Then we got to take out all these ones and the same on this side.
I don't think we took it out. I don't think we put it in.
I know, but we ruined one.
Oh. You mean? There's a lot of them.
There are quite a few.
When you get the scrapes out, then we'll drop the cradle down.
Alright.
Ninja.
Oh, who's that? Mom's up. Grandma's up.
We will be back when those are all out. Got one side done. All these out. And then there's 2 10mm nuts right there. Now that I've got all the scrivets out of this side, we are good to drop the cradle down. And then we have to take this whole piece off to fix this crack. We got a new piece. We're not going to try and bend it and re-weld it or any of that. We're just going to put a new piece in there. But yeah, once we drop the cradle down, we'll take this off and then we'll get it all fixed up and back together.
So in theory, there should just be 4 bolts to take this down. I think I have everything loose. The only other thing we're gonna have to watch for is the steering column. The bolt is out of it. And when the steering is separated, don't turn the wheel.
You know what you need?
No, I don't. No, I have no idea what I need.
It's like a steering boulder? Steering. Oh, steering holder.
Boulder?
Steering wheel holder.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did you see the one Simone has?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty stout.
His wheel holder?
Yeah. For the alignment rod. Oh.
Nope.
Tell me when I'm down on that.
Probably 3 inches. 2. 1. Good.
I feel like I landed on the moon. All
One
right.
small step.
Not
for
that
man.
that ever really happened.
If it would, Or if it did, they would have seen that the Earth was flat.
If we were to have actually landed on the moon.
I think it's a banana.
What's with the banana with everything?
The Earth is banana shaped. Everybody knows
so
it.
This appears to be the right size. Wow. So we will take these loose. And if I have done my job, all of these four, it should just be these 4 bolts. I think everything else is disconnected.
Boom!
That is tight.
What?
Need to scan this while we have it out.
Yeah. Golly.
Yeah, it's super tight. If you need me to muscle it off of there, let me know. All right, you're gonna have to take this one out too. Here, you can use this to take those 2 big ones out. These bolts are ginormous.
Wow.
The other one back there for 15. I'm getting stuck. I need to unplug my fan wire over here, and in theory, this should come apart. All right, so I will bump the lift up, and you watch and see if it hooks on anything. Right in here, this shaft, the bolt is out of it, but as this goes up, we should be able to pull this out of that.
Okay.
Without the steering wheel turning.
You know what you need.
I believe I've been told.
Looks good so far. This might
Nope,
catch on something.
Nope, there's 2 bolts right here. Take these 2 out. Right here.
All righty.
Round 2.
Yep. Yeah. It might. Do you think this will cause any problems? This being through there like that.
It shouldn't. We'll find out. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
It's getting caught. here now. Unless this side's just going up first. Oh, no, you're good. It was just still hanging.
Oh, yeah, that didn't need to come off. Those bolts, that piece. Or did it?
I don't know.
I think this will come out of the way. The steering. It's going to be fun to take out of there.
Yeah.
Or fun to get back in there.
Yes, it will be.
So the whole steering column right now
Is it moving?
Yeah.
Is there a bolt you can put back in the top, maybe? Did you take anything
it's
out?
floats because it's collapsible.
Yeah.
I didn't take anything out under the dash. It should come out. Freedom!
Got it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We found a couple of ground wires that are still attached. Aside from that, the steering is loose, and it looks like we are pretty close to having this separated. So once we get this separated, then we'll be able to, in theory, use a heat gun and remove the frame pieces that are damaged, the frame piece that's damaged. As soon as Jack accomplishes his life work and takes out 2 bolts.
This ducting and line are in
That's ram air.
very convenient positions for this.
Ram air.
Go ahead. They're getting pulled up. Oh wait, no, never mind. We're good. Oh.
Clear? Everything should be clear, right? Yep.
Is that?
That
what
is
that's dangling.
That's
Okay.
the plug to go to that master
Yeah.
plug, so everything's good. Right.
Here she is.
So the cradle is free, as you can see. The Corvette actually has an electric rack. So you can see this is the electric assist motor right here. It's plugged in, has some sensors in it. You change the modes in the car and it will actually change how stiff the suspension is. So in touring mode, it's the lightest steering. In track mode, more aggressive feel and tighter pressure on the steering. So we got this apart. Now we'll lower the car back down and we will start the actual repair process of the frame. I'm glad this came apart the way it did because it actually saved us a lot of time. I was afraid we were gonna have to take a lot of these components off, but we will disassemble this side of the suspension. I actually wanna scan the cradle for an upcoming project that we have and just wanna check all the bushings and everything. This is the side that took the hit. It doesn't appear that anything is damaged. We have brand new control arms, bearings, everything just in case we need them. And eventually we will take the suspension, have spherical bushings put in it. So we may do that now or we may not do that yet. We'll take a look. Like to get the car back together, get it on the road and with the coilovers and the brakes and be able to drive it a little bit before we take it to the next step. We've decided not to go back completely stock because we have a bent coilover and the coilover is about $500 or $600. It's not really worth putting that on it to say we drove it stock because we know ultimately we're going to go to the coilover. So I don't want to waste the money on putting that back. So that's where we're at. All right, so we've got the cradle out from underneath the car. We've got it dropped back down. The first thing we're going to try is get this cross member out here. And from my understanding and research on the interwebs, it appears we just need to heat this adhesive up. And then we should be able to take a putty knife and separate the parts and pull this out. So that all sounds excellent in theory. So we will attempt to heat this up. I'm just using a heat gun set on HOT. And I don't know how much heat it will or will not take, so we're going to try to heat it up without damaging anything else. And see if it will actually soften up and come loose. You don't have to hold it right on it, just get back. I've got it heated up a little bit. And try to let me zip tie this up out of the way. All right, so we're back working on our C8. We're gonna do a little slicing and dicing. I kind of covered everything up from where I'm grinding at. We are actually changed our plan a little bit. We were gonna try to remove this whole section. We actually have another friend who does a lot of race car repair, and we went over with him cutting the section out that is damaged and welding it back in, and he bought off on the plan that I had, thought it was a good idea, didn't see any structural issues, so we're actually going to trim the damaged piece out, and I will show you on camera. This is the repair piece, the section of the frame. All that is damaged is there is a crack right here and a crack right here, and this is pushed slightly backward. So we're gonna relief cut it, put it back in the proper position, bolt it down, and then we will have one of my guys TIG weld and put this reinforcement back in. The alternative, what we had talked about doing, was physically taking all these frame rails off and physically replacing this part, but I think this repair will be just as strong, maybe stronger than original. It'll be welded back in, then we'll put some additional bolts in it. We've identified some locations where we can bolt it in an additional place. So I don't know if you can see what I was describing here, but this piece is pushed up high right here. So I'm going to drill these welds out and push it back down into position. I've relief cut it here. It's cracked over there, but if I can get it back down flat, we can bolt the top cover on and use that as a holding fixture while he welds it around the perimeter. So it should be nice and strong once it's done. So after some trimming and cutting, you'll see in the video how far this was out of place. So once I got it trimmed, I was able to pull it down, clamp it into place, and you can see this screw hole now is back in the correct position. Now, before we do any welding or anything, we're gonna clean it up, and then we'll make sure the cap that bolts in these bolts and these two top bolts actually fits back into position. So next thing I'll do is pull this one back into place. And what I've done is, any place where there was interference in the aluminum casting, I've made relief cuts. So I also pop these welds loose right here. And initially I'm gonna put 3 bolts in here and pull this down tight. And then when I get these back together, we will make sure, I've got the other side covered with plastic, but we'll make sure that this thing all properly lines up. So I think this will be a pretty solid fix. Back here where there's a crack that I don't know if he can weld to, I will actually make a bracket and I will tie this tower back into the rest of the casting. We can cut a small aluminum block and have him TIG it into place here to reinforce this so it can't physically come backward again. And I don't know if we'll need a reinforcement on this side. Once it's clamped into place, he should be able to TIG everything up over here really good. So I think it'll be a pretty nice repair, and then we can move along with the rest of the modifications and put this thing back together. After much cutting and grinding, it actually hasn't been too bad. Couple hours to get this to this position. So you'll remember how far out of position this thing was. You can see there's no clamps on it. It's not under stress anymore. I drilled out the welds, put some bolts through there, and kind of pulled this thing down, and then actually located it with these 2 scrivets. I have some thick washers on it just to hold it. Then I actually applied some heat to the bottom of it with a MAP gas torch. The theory there is just to relieve some of the stress in the casting. But you can see there's no clamps on it. It is sitting in position. And the next thing to do will be to see if the replacement cap fits. The last part of the repair here is going to be checking this cap. So if you recall, this cap was actually up in about this position. It was bent, the shock was bent. This is a replacement part, no more damage to the ears. So I set this down on here already once, but you can see it lines up absolutely perfect with the bolts. There's no pressure on it. So there are 4 bolts that go in this thing. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is going to be a perfect repair. But everything lines up really nice. I'm going to go back and replace these bolts down here with some higher grade hardware, and I'll put black bolts on it just so it looks nicer. But so that's bolted in place now. Like I said, it really turned out well. So we'll take this cap off here, we'll prep all these areas, and tomorrow we will MIG part of it and we will TIG weld part of it. And once it's done, this thing's going to be good to go. We've got the cap back installed. That's the replacement cap. All the bolts replaced, all the scrivets back in, these little rivets that go all around the frame, which we took out originally as we thought we were going to remove all these panels. But tomorrow we will clean this up and weld it, and she should be good to go. Our repair has been welded in. My welder came over today and hooked this up. Looks really good. I'm super happy with the repair. I think it's going to be stronger than what we originally had. The repair looks really good. I threw some etch primer on it and painted it with a semi-gloss black. And I actually added 2 holes that were not there originally. There's one right here and one right here for 2 8x125 bolts. So there's 4 10 by 1.5s. And there's a pretty good thick flange right here. So I went ahead and drilled and tapped 2 holes there. So we'll have extra bolts there just for an extra
extra amount of security, but everything looks really good. Because we had attempted to move some of the adhesive, I actually had him weld these corners of this front brace in as well, just because we did try to remove the glue and put some heat to it, so just as a precaution. But again, everything looks good. Thanks for watching the channel. I believe this will conclude this video, and we'll get everything put back together. Okay, so there's always one more thing with these things. I forgot to actually bolt the cap on and show you guys the cap, so this will actually be the last part of this video, but you can see the cap installed. So we are now actually ready to complete the final assembly, put the vehicle back together. Our coilovers are here. You can see the extra bolts that we added, and this thing is bolted in, Loctited, torqued up. It is ready to go back together. Like I said, really happy with the purchase of this vehicle and with the process. So thanks again, and we will see you soon.